For 2 decades, they weren't just footballers. They were a duality of modern mythology. One, the titan of relentless will, carved from sheer ambition and iron discipline, Cristiano Ronaldo. The other, the silent assassin, the genius of effortless magic, blessed by an almost divine touch, Lionel Messi. They are the GOAT. But behind the Ballon d'Or trophies, the global brands, and the perfect press releases lies an unsettling truth. This wasn't a rivalry, it was an obsession, an economic, psychological, and physical arms race that pushed both men to the absolute brink. We're not here for statistics. We're here to look into the untold vault of their secrets, the growth hormone dependency that shaped Messi's soul, the dark legal battles that cost Ronaldo millions, the hidden deals and manipulations that fueled their club careers, and the sheer, brutal cost of chasing perfection. This is the ultimate, no-holds-barred investigation into football's greatest rivalry. This is Ronaldo versus Messi, the real GOAT, secrets revealed. Subscribe to Untold Vault, where we peel back the layers of history's most fiercely guarded truths. The origin story, privilege versus pain, the seeds of rivalry. Their beginnings laid the foundation for their contrasting legacies. Ronaldo's early life in Madeira, Portugal, was marked by poverty, shared rooms, and a demanding father. This hardship didn't break him. It forged the unbreakable ego and the win-at-all-costs mentality that defines his career. His arrogance, often criticized, is the psychological armor he built to survive a difficult youth. We analyze how this drive forced him into an unrelenting cycle of self-improvement, where being second was a personal failure. Messi's challenge was more existential. He wasn't battling poverty, he was battling his own body. At age 10, he was diagnosed with a growth hormone deficiency, GHD, a condition that, if untreated, would have stunted his growth and ended his dream. The treatment cost nearly $1,000 a month, an astronomical sum for his Argentine family. This medical secret shaped his entire persona. Imagine being a child, fighting your own biology with daily painful injections into your legs for years. This battle gave him his famous quiet determination, but also a fierce, almost paranoia level of guardedness about his private life. The world sees the magic, but the magic was born from a hidden, brutal medical ordeal that FC Barcelona eventually paid for, a debt that bound him to the club more deeply than any contract. The physical extremes, the machine and the malnourished magician. The pursuit of GOAT status is not natural. It is biological warfare. Both men pushed their bodies to limits that exposed the dark side of elite sports medicine. Ronaldo, the man who defied age, his body fat levels, sometimes reported as low as 6 to 7%, are achieved through an obsessive, near-scientific routine that involves an entire personal team of nutritionists and physiotherapists. The untold secret here is the extent of his performance anxiety regarding aging. We investigate the reports about his daily biohacking regimen, not just the famous cryotherapy, but the use of advanced regenerative therapies like platelet-rich plasma PRP injections, often used to accelerate healing and minimize downtime. His longevity is a scientific victory, but it comes at the expense of a socially isolated life where every single choice, from water pH to mattress firmness, is a calculation in the GOAT equation. He's not just a player, he's a self-managed pharmaceutical brand of fitness. Messi, the secret diet revolution. While Ronaldo's struggles are external, Messi's struggle was internal. After years of vomiting during games, it was revealed that his diet, in his early Barcelona years, was surprisingly poor, heavy on carbonated drinks and pizza. His true re-engineering began around 2014 under the guidance of Italian nutritionist Dr. Giuliano Poser. Poser's regime was radical, a strict diet emphasizing organic foods, whole grains, and a complete ban on refined sugars and white flour. The Untold Vault holds the truth that this was not a choice, but a medical necessity to counter his GHD history and combat the physical distress under extreme competitive pressure. This intervention turned a player susceptible to stomach issues into a physically durable force. The irony is, the natural genius had to be medically and scientifically purified to truly unleash his gift. His quiet disposition masks the ongoing, disciplined battle he fights daily just to sustain that level of play. The dark shadow of money legal battles, and hidden finances. The billions generated by their names led to labyrinthine financial structures designed to shield their fortunes from public scrutiny and tax authorities. This is where their perfect image truly cracked. Messi, the offshore empire. The tax fraud conviction wasn't a simple oversight. It was an elaborate system involving entities in tax havens like Belize and Uruguay. Documents leaked through investigations like the Panama Papers revealed the true complexity of the wealth management industry surrounding top athletes. Messi's defense, that he was ignorant of his own finances, was often ridiculed. The dark truth is that his immense wealth gave him access to the best and most aggressive financial architects who created a system so opaque it was designed to be virtually untraceable. The cost: a massive fine and a 21-month suspended prison sentence. His humble legacy will forever be shadowed by the cold, corporate ruthlessness required to manage a fortune of that magnitude. Ronaldo, allegations and NDAs. Ronaldo's tax settlement was large, but the Mallorca case is the true dark secret his brand fought to bury. We examine the nature of the allegations and the ensuing non-disclosure agreement, NDA, that was allegedly signed. The legal strategy employed by Ronaldo's team was to use their financial power and legal resources to challenge the veracity of the claim, forcing the case into complicated, protracted civil battles. This is the untold story of legal firepower used to protect a brand. While he was never criminally charged, the court filings and the subsequent settlements reveal the vulnerability of the justice system when facing a billionaire athlete. It exposed the cynical truth that money can buy legal silence, even when public scrutiny remains. This chapter remains the darkest, most volatile secret in the GOAT rivalry, and one his image consultants are still desperately trying to erase. Club loyalty, financial chains, and calculated betrayals. The narrative of loyalty is a powerful marketing tool, but how much of Messi and Ronaldo's club devotion was genuine, and how much was purely transactional? Messi and Barcelona. The loyalty narrative broke spectacularly in 2021. The untold truth is that Messi and Barca were entangled in a symbiotic financial trap. Barca couldn't afford him, but they couldn't afford to lose the revenue he generated. We reveal the true, dizzying size of his final contract, nearly 555 million euros over 4 years. His heartbreaking departure wasn't purely emotional. It was a matter of economic impossibility under strict La Liga rules. The one-club man narrative was undone by the sheer weight of his salary demands and Barcelona's debt. Ronaldo's club hopping tells a story of calculated self-interest. His transfers to Real Madrid, Juventus, and his return to Manchester United were never just about trophies. They were about personal dominance in new territories and brand expansion. We analyze the secret financial clauses in his transfers that prioritized his brand's image and guaranteed playing time over team cohesion. His dramatic departure from Manchester United, fueled by an explosive interview, revealed a player whose ego had grown larger than the institution itself, a betrayal rooted in his obsession with being the undisputed main star. The mind game, ego, manipulation, and the silent assassin. The greatest rivalry in sports history was fought not just on grass, but in the most important arena of all, the media and the mind. Ronaldo is the loud ego. His interviews, his goal celebrations, his demands, they are all a form of psychological warfare aimed directly at Messi. We investigate the insider reports of how his camp would deliberately leak stories or use public comments to try and steal focus whenever Messi had a major achievement. His ego is a weaponized entity. It must always be acknowledged. Messi is the silent assassin. His strategy is far more calculated. By maintaining a facade of absolute humility and quiet grace, he allowed the public and the media to naturally contrast him against Ronaldo's perceived arrogance. He mastered the art of the subtle slight. His lack of words was often more damning than Ronaldo's verbal explosions. We analyze how this manipulation of his own image was the final brilliant play in the GOAT debate. He used the World Cup win as the ultimate emotional checkmate, securing the narrative as the one who completed football, while Ronaldo watched from the sidelines. This obsession made them great, but it also made them deeply unhappy and constantly chasing an unachievable, mythical perfection. The final GOAT verdict, the cost of perfection. So, who is the real GOAT? The records are now complete, but the answer remains subjective, tainted by the secrets we've revealed. If the GOAT is defined by willpower, ambition, and global impact, the answer is Ronaldo. He took a talented but flawed body and mind and weaponized them through sheer discipline, proving that greatness can be manufactured. His legacy is the ultimate inspiration for any underdog, that success is earned, not given. If the GOAT is defined by natural genius, effortless grace, and pure football artistry, the answer is Messi. He overcame a crippling medical condition and transcended the game itself, reminding us that sometimes brilliance simply is. His legacy is the highlight reel that will mesmerize generations. The untold cost of this rivalry is the loss of their personal lives, the relentless scrutiny of their finances, the public shaming, and the constant psychological toll. They were forced to maintain a lie, the lie of the perfect sportsman, to justify their immense salaries and endorsements. They were not just rivals, they were partners in the creation of a billion-dollar football myth. The real secret is that by competing with this level of ferocity, they didn't just elevate each other. They exposed the ruthless, hyper-commercialized underbelly of modern elite sports. Whether you choose the machine or the magician, the real GOAT is the one who was willing to hide the most to win. Tell us in the comments, after hearing all the untold secrets, who truly deserves the title of GOAT? Subscribe to Untold Vault for more chilling secrets, because the greatest stories always have the darkest chapters.